All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go racing. Race number 1. Adam Barker and Max Gunther have the front row. Harry Volsmir and Yannick Gunther on the second row. Mike Dolling, Ronald Maynard on the third. Mike Marshall and George Cole on the fourth row. Nicole, that's what she said, Creasel and Ronnie Wimberly round out your field. Drivers starting to take to the grid, making those last-minute setup adjustments and adding fuel. Most of these drivers were qualifying on with limited fuel, so they have to add enough to make it through race 1. However, race 2, as always, will require a fuel stop. The two McLarens starting in first and third. Just waiting on one more driver to take to the grid. Ronnie Wimberly does take to the grid for race 1. Hey, good morning, Sketch. And Ronald Maynard does not make the grid. How are you this morning, David? Everybody begins to stack back up side by side. Coming through the final turn, just waiting for that Porsche pace car to hit pit road. Yeah, sorry to hear that, David. Going pretty good. Here we go. Pace car about to drop in. Adam Barker will control the start. Pace car heads in. Adam Barker in control. Adam fires and they are away. Green flag is now in the air. Adam jumps to the high side quickly as they head toward turn 1 and lets Harry Volsmir move up into second. That gets a little close, but the two McLarens have the front. Well, it sounds, David, like we're going to have to do some trucking Tuesday. Ronald Maynard is out on track. He did start from pit road. Adam Barker clears Harry, now takes the lead, and look, oh, Harry's got a problem behind. Take a look at Harry here, see what happens. Goes off into the left-hander. Just looks like he gets on the power at the wrong moment and the car goes around. David, don't forget to go vote on the VTC name. I have to add a few names this afternoon, but we have the VTC vote up, and we'll have the mod list vote up in the next day or so. Yannick currently in third, Mike Dolling in fourth. Biggest mover so far, Ronnie Wimberly on the march. Great to see Ronnie out on track. If you haven't looked before, make sure you check out Quad Racing on Twitch and Facebook. Ronnie, definitely an awesome, amazing guy. Does the whole race using a quad stick because he's quadriplegic, using only his mouth to run these. Oh! Dolling spins right in front of him. Looked like Mike may have just got on the power a little too soon. Oh, and that uphill turn just bites. Adam Barker still has the lead, but Max Gunther has closed the gap as they come down the straightaway. David, yes it is. Max Gunther just set the fastest lap so far in second place. Yannick currently in third, Dolling in fourth, Ronnie Wimberly now up into fifth. Ronald Maynard has gone to pit road. Gary now in sixth, George Cole in seventh. Nicole, that's what she said, Creasel in eighth, and Mike Marshall in ninth. Adam has led the entire race so far. Have a good day, David. Max Gunther on the attack. Tried to get to the inside on Adam Barker. Could not get there. Now down that long straightaway, and Max almost got a run out of the turn. He'll use the slipstream down this long front straightaway. Drivers were talking about topping out at 170 coming down this straightaway. We'll take a look at speeds here in a moment. But let's take a look at the track temperature. We're seeing a lot of cars sliding around. Track temperature, though, only 79 degrees here this morning. The track just a little bit greasy, apparently. Air temperature currently 77 degrees, and Yannick Gunther is starting to close on the top two. Yannick currently sits in third, about 2.3 seconds behind brother Max. But he is definitely on the attack, and as they start battling ahead, it is definitely going to give him the opportunity to close up. Mike Dolling back in fourth. Ronnie Wimberly back in fifth. Harry Volsmere, after that lap one incident, trying to make his way back toward the front. currently in 6th place, closing the gap on Ronnie, and Ronald Maynard is back out on track. Adam Barker did say coming into this he wanted him or Harry to pull off the win this morning to get that first ever win for McLaren. With 3 races left to go after today, it is likely Adam Barker will clinch the championship this morning. However, every other position, wow, that got a little interesting. Every other position in the points still very much up for grabs. Max is really on the attack, trying to find a way past the leader. Yannick back in 3rd, lost a little ground on that lap. Mike Dolling currently in 4th. Ronnie Wimberly in 5th as Harry has caught him. Oh, Ronnie gets loose out of the chicane. Harry Volsmeer goes back to 5th. Ronnie was able to recover. He holds on to 6th place. Adam Barker down the straightaway, able to pull a little bit of a gap, couple of car lengths on Max Gunther, but they are dead even through the turns. The top 2 have begun to pull away, though, for the moment. On 3rd place, Yannick Gunther. Mike Dolling sitting back at 4th, and Ronald Maynard has had a problem back behind. As he was closing in on Nicole, that's what, oh, just too much of the rumble strips goes around. A lot of slip sliding away. Jared, obviously strong opinions on that McLaren this morning. Nicole currently sitting in 9th, will make up some ground in the points this morning. She comes into the morning 7th in points. Harry Volsmeer, though, behind her 8th in points, stands to make up ground on her as well. It is definitely going to be interesting going into the final 3 races of the season, because everyone from 2nd to about back to about 10th place, everything is still up for grabs. Well, I can understand that one, buddy. Looks like the McLaren is able to cut those slower turns a little bit tighter and carry a little bit more momentum. Obviously, as we've seen all season long, the higher speed corners definitely favor the Porsche, as Max is able to close right back up on the bumper. Yannick back in third and has not been able to gain any ground. In fact, the last couple laps he's actually lost a bit. Now 4.7 seconds back. Mike Dolling also about 4.6 seconds back from Yannick. Harry has taken fifth and is closing in on Mike Dolling, but about 4.1 seconds back. Will he have enough time to gain any ground? Ronnie Wimberly, despite that incident, still holds on to sixth. George Cole in seventh. Mike Marshall in eighth. Nicole Creasel in ninth. And Maynard back in 10th. Maynard currently a lap down. All right, Jared, have a great day, buddy. Oh, Adam may have cut that one a little too close. The one very cool thing about the McLaren is how it spits flames out the back. Adam Barker has about 0.6 of a second as they come down the straightaway. Yannick now over 5 seconds behind, just not gaining any ground. Mike Dolling in fourth, Harry in fifth. Ronnie Wimberly back in sixth, George Cole seventh, Mike Marshall in eighth. The field pretty spread out here. Except for the top two who continue to battle. Yannick Gunther back in third. Yannick has missed quite a few races this season, which has put him all the way back in 13th, but always a contender in the championship. Expect him to move up, and going into next season, expect him to be in the fight. Adam Barker down the front straightaway, trying to break the draft just a little bit on Max. Harry Volsmir has caught up on Mike Dolling in a big way. Did not think Harry had enough time to close the gap, but Harry is full send this morning. However, Harry may have caught him, but he does have to get past a driver nicknamed the Minister of Defense. Mike Dolling, not an easy guy to pass. Good morning, Thomas. Max Gunther staying right on the bumper of Adam Barker's McLaren. We've seen multiple attacks this morning. He just hasn't been able to complete a pass. Mike Dawling still holding him off in 4th place. Oh, here we go. Harry looks to the inside as they head to turn 1. Can he make something happen? He gets dead even. Just not enough momentum on that inside line. Ronnie still holding on to 6. George Cole in 7. Adam Barker, the leader, has had a problem. Let's see what happened. Adam in the lead, just catches too much of the rumble strip. Max barely avoids it. And then moments later, Harry Volsmir, who was trying to get past Mike Dawling. Oh, he gets too hard into the inside. He manages to get Mike corrected, but he goes around. What a turn of events here late in the race. Harry Volsmir appears may have had another problem after all of that. Let's take a look. There is the incident. And then just a few moments later, Harry coming out of the turn again, too much of the rumble strip, and goes around. Yeah, Thomas, you definitely do, buddy. Max Gunther now has the lead. McLaren will not win race 1. Adam Barker in 2nd, now almost 6 seconds behind. Yannick in 3rd has almost got him. Mike Dawling in 4th, and Ronnie Wimberly currently running in 5th. Max Gunther heading down the front straightaway. Should see the checkered flag as Max Gunther will win race number 1 at Fuji. Adam Barker will come home in 2nd. Yannick Gunther in 3rd. And that will be Max Gunther's first win of the season. Let's see if we can talk to our top 3, starting with Yannick. Yannick, that was one heck of a race, man. You just managed to set pace and hold on to 3rd all morning.
Thank you, Doug. Yeah, it was fun. But Adam and Max are just too quick. They just drive away.
Well, starting race 2, you'll be in front of them. Can you check out and take control of this one?
Well, I will try to hold them up.
Well, sometimes that's all you need to do, man. Great race,
Yeah.
Another podium finish. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you, Doug.
Adam Barker coming home in second place. Adam, you almost got the first McLaren win this morning.
Yeah, so close. Just to make a silly little error, just clipped the curb on the inside and sent me into a 180. Max was really quick though, as per you, as usual, but just couldn't quite keep it. Just needed 2 more laps, but that's how it goes. So we'll have to go for the big one now.
Well, it's definitely going to be interesting to see if one of the two McLarens, both McLarens had problems in race 1, if one of them can get to victory lane here.
Yeah. Well, all or nothing this time. So big sends.
Well, man, great run this morning. Congratulations. Good luck in race 2. And finally, our winner being cheered on by Andrew Lau, Max Gunther. Max, congratulations. Surprisingly, your first win of the season.
Mine? Really?
Yeah, let me double check, but I looked a minute ago. Yep, that is your first win of the season, surprisingly.
Nice.
I'm really surprised that we haven't seen, a lot of podium finishes, but you finally get to victory lane.
Yeah, it was a great race. Adam unfortunately spun, but yeah. The McLaren is really fast on a straight line here. And yeah, you can't get past him.
I noticed you definitely did not try. You only tried to make an attack on the front straightaway one time coming out of that final turn. The rest of the track, it was always attacking into a corner, but obviously it seems like the McLaren has the advantage on the low-speed corners, but the Porsche on the high-speed.
Yeah, on the high speed the Porsche is really good, and the McLaren is struggling from understeer, I think.
Well, now the question becomes, can you sweep this morning? Adam Barker swept last week. Can you pull it off this morning and get your second win of the season?
That would be really cool, but there are a lot of fast guys in front of me now. Yeah, that's gonna be hard.
Well, it's
especially the two McLarens.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. We honestly thought we were going to see our first McLaren win this morning, but wasn't to be yet. So good luck, and hopefully you can hold those McLarens off.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you.
Max Gunther gets the win in race number 1. Now looks for the win in race 2 as the drivers are out for warm-up. Adam Barker, Ronald Maynard, George Cole, and Mike Dalling all out on track, getting some last-minute laps in and possibly some adjustments. Now going into race 2, the field, the top 7 will invert, putting Max Gunther starting back in 7th place. Can Max come through the field to do the sweep this morning? Or whoa! Adam Barker trying to jump the McLaren. You gotta be careful of those turtles, folks. And good morning, Andrew. Why aren't you out here, buddy? You were 4th in points coming into this. Adam taking a unique entry into pit road here, but it seems to have worked. Definitely some time to be made up on pit road today. Oh, Andrew, I am so sorry to hear that, man. Track temperature has come down 1 degree since race 1. If it drops a little more, that will give them a little bit more grip. Plus the overcast with the clouds overhead this morning, that will help, as we saw a lot of drivers just slip sliding away this morning. Andrew, as somebody who's worked in IT for over 17 years, might I suggest a hammer? Ronald Maynard driving that old-fashioned, the old British Racing green Porsche. And tried to jump it as well. All right, here we go. Race number 2, the endurance race with the invert. We will have George Cole and Harry Volsmere on the front row, Ronnie Wimberly and Mike Dolling on the second row. Yannick Gunther and Adam Barker on the third row. Max Gunther and Mike Marshall have the fourth row. Nicole, that's what she said, Creasel and Ronald Maynard round out the field here at Fuji. Now we know the McLaren is the fastest around here. Harry Volsmere starting on the front row could be a huge deciding factor this morning. Only doing half a pace lap here this morning, so they don't have the time to put the heat in the tires like they normally would. Harry Volsmere, a rough start to the morning, but managed to fight his way back quite a bit until issues late in race 1. Can he make up the ground here in race 2? George Cole in control of the start. And they can start as soon as that pace car hits pit road. How soon will George fire to take some advantage here this morning? Mike Dolling already looking out on the high side, just waiting. Here they go. They're away. Cole jumps to the high side immediately. Harry already looking low. Mike Marshall jumps to the bottom. Ronnie Wimberly on the high side, and Adam Barker trying to split the middle. They're 3 wide out of 1. Harry Volsmere has gone to the lead. Adam Barker has fought his way forward to 4th already. Mike Dolling now in 2nd. George Cole still holds on to 3rd. Adam Barker in 4th. A lot of battling going on back here. Ronnie Wimberly on the attack hard this morning. Ronnie now up into 4th. Trying to clear and lock 4th down, chase down 3rd place. But George Cole not giving. Oh, big checkup. They get 3 wide briefly. Ronnie comes out ahead. Yannick Gunther has had a problem back behind. Oh, Yannick just gets on the brakes, trying not to hit Max, and spins it. the lead, but it looks like Ronnie Wimberly continues to attack as he looks on the inside of Max, headed into one. That Ferrari just super fast on the straightaways. Max able to go deeper into the turns. Manages to hold on to fourth, but Adam Barker on the attack now up into second. The McLarens are currently 1-2. Harry Volsmir has a 1.7 second lead at the moment. Mike Dolling still on Adam Barker's back bumper. Max Gunther trying to close in, still has to battle with Ronnie Wimberly. Oh, Ronnie has a problem coming out of the turn, manages to hold on to it, but man, that got close. And Ronald Maynard now on the attack, starting to close in. George Cole back in 7th. Yannick after that early problem in 8th. Mike Marshall in 9th. Nicole, that's what she said. Creasel in 10th. Holds on to the back of the pack. Great run so far for Nicole. Adam Barker just set the fastest lap so far. Track temperature still holding at 78 degrees. No increase in the grip here early. Love seeing the McLaren out on track. That thing is quite a bit of fun to drive. But it's even more fun to watch as it starts shooting flames out the back end. Harry Volsmir trying to keep the car within track limits. These guys are pushing the limits quite a bit this morning. But so far, the only driver who has actually exceeded track limits was Yannick Gunther as he spun off. The two McLarens drag racing down the front straightaway as Max Gunther battling with Mike Dolling. Max gets by. Mike still not giving up, and that BMW definitely has a power advantage. BMW is the most stable of the GT3s. Is Dolling going to try and make an attack on the outside? No, he can't get it done, but he cuts down to the inside. Just not enough momentum, but man, he got close. Ronald Maynard still in 6th, has been unable to get by Ronnie in 5th place. Meanwhile, Harry Volsmir's lead is gone. The other McLaren, driven by Adam Barker with Hello Kitty riding along, is now on his bumper. Mike Marshall back in 9th, still has Nicole Creasel haunting the back bumper in 10th. Great run for Nicole so far. Yannick Gunther now attacking George Cole. Cole goes wide through the turn. Yannick takes 7th place. George Cole lost a lot of ground there. Now Mike Marshall closing that gap very quickly. Oh, Ronnie Wimberly way wide. And George Cole has had a problem back behind. Heads off into the turn, just overshoots. That's where we saw that happen. He just completely overshot that turn. Harry Volsmir still holds on to the lead. Adam Barker still right on his bumper, but third place, Max Gunther just set the fastest lap of the morning. Max 2.7 seconds behind that battle for the lead. Mike Dolling right behind him as well. Ronald Maynard now in 5th. Ronnie Wimberly back into 6th. Yannick in 7th. George Cole still holds on to 8th, but Mike Marshall closing in 9th, and Nicole Kriesel in 10th. Nicole having one of her best runs of the season. She is definitely setting some great lap times here this morning, getting faster week in and week out. Down into the first turn, and Harry and Adam still nose to tail. Harry did set the fastest lap last time by, but has not been able to pull away from Adam Barker an inch. Meanwhile, Max Gunther back in 3rd. The gap now down to 2.5 seconds as he pulls away from Mike Dolling in 4th. Mike now 2 seconds behind him. Ronald Maynard holds on to 5th, but after the incident that put Ronnie back in 6th, Ronnie has not let him get away. If you ever get the chance, sit down and watch Ronnie Wimberly on Quad Racing on Twitch and Facebook. Especially if he is running at the Nürburgring. You will not see a more impressive run. One of the fastest guys on the Nürburgring. Even faster than guys with 3 feet and 4 hands. Ronnie just driving with his mouth is truly impressive. Harry Volsmir and Adam Barker nose to tail. Still battling for that lead. Max Gunther still holds 3rd, still about 2.5 seconds back, has not been able to gain any ground, but has not lost any yet. With pit stops coming, that could be the big deciding factor this morning. The way they're running this morning, even a half second in the pits could make a huge difference on track. Mike Dolling sitting back in 4th, Ronald in 5th with Ronnie right on his bumper in 6th. Yannick is starting to close in just a little bit. He is now 5.2 seconds behind Ronnie. George Cole still holds on to 8th, Mike Marshall in 9th, and Nicole, that's what she said, Kriesel in 10th. Don't forget to tune in tonight, 7:30 Eastern. BRR Cup Series, the new season continues at Iowa. And if the truck race last night was any indication of how the racing is going to be today, it's going to be a lot of close, non-stop battling on a short track. Oh, Adam Barker gets a big run out of the turn, shoots the gap underneath Harry, and goes to the lead for the first time in the second race. What a smooth, beautiful move by Adam. Holy cow, Harry gets into the chicane a little bit deeper, almost gets into Adam's bumper. Meanwhile, Max picked up quite a bit of ground. As they battle ahead, Max starting to close in. The gap now down to 2.2 seconds. On the straightaway, though, it looks like the McLaren able to open that gap back up. Max now back to 2.5 seconds behind the lead two. Mike Dolling sitting in fourth, Ronald Maynard in fifth. Wimberly still in sixth, still lurking in Ronald Maynard's back bumper. And it looks like Adam Barker is starting to put a small gap on Harry, right at a second for the moment. Nicole Kriesel is on pit road. She had an off track a moment ago. See what happened with Nicole as she was right behind Harry. Oh, wait a minute. That's the correct replay. Harry, Nicole out there alone, just gets loose. Hard hit to the inside wall. Nicole went to pit road to get her repairs. It is too early. I don't believe she can go the distance on fuel from here. It does appear, though, Nicole went ahead and took tires, so we might see her pick up the pace just a little bit. If she can conserve enough fuel, who knows what could happen. Adam Barker has started to grow his lead, now 1.9 seconds over Harry, and Max Gunther is closing in on Harry, now just 1.2 seconds back. Mike Dolling back and forth about 5 seconds back, has a big gap on Ronald Maynard in fifth. Ronnie Wimberly in sixth, right behind Maynard still. And Yannick Gunther in seventh is closing in on Wimberly and Maynard at the moment. As Adam just extended his lead to over 2 seconds. Adam just set the fastest lap of the race so far. Yannick Gunther continues to reel in 5th and 6th place, now just 2.8 seconds back. Yannick giving it everything he has got, trying to close in on those two, get himself back in the top 5. Biggest mover of the morning so far is 5th place. That is Ronald Maynard, who started in 10th. Adam Barker now up to a 2 1/4 second lead over Harry. Max Gunther in 3rd, just about 1 1/10 seconds behind Harry, and continues to reel him in. Mike Doling sitting back there in 4th, pretty safe at the moment. He's got 6.5 seconds on 5th place and is 7 seconds behind 3rd place Max Gunther. Maynard starting to pull a little bit of a gap on 6th place Ronnie Wimberly, now 1.5 seconds back. Meanwhile, Yannick Gunther has closed in dramatically, now just 2.4 seconds behind Wimberly and gaining quickly. George Cole still holds on to 8th. Mike Marshall back in 9th. Nicole Kriesel in 10th. She did complete her pit stop, but was it late enough to go the distance on fuel? Harry Volsmere is starting to reel the leader back in. Adams' lead is now down to 1 1/4 second. Max Gunther is losing touch with Harry. Harry has just cranked it up a notch. Last time by Harry was just 0.2 of a second off of his fastest lap of the morning, as he tries to reel Adam Barker back in. They're almost within their pit window. We can see drivers hitting pit road. A little bobble there. We can see drivers hitting pit road at any time. Adams' lead now down to 1 1/4 seconds. Harry is definitely on the attack, and Max Gunther is losing ground, now 2.1 seconds behind. The top 3 all staying out. Would expect them in the next 2 laps. Does anybody back behind come in early, try and take advantage of fresher tires? And it is really tightened up from 5th on back. Ronnie Wimberly right on Maynard's back bumper, and Yannick has just about caught him. Yannick just about 1.5 seconds behind Wimberly at this point and continues to gain ground on both of the cars ahead. Last time by, Yannick Gunther was faster than everybody except the top two as Wimberly is on the attack. Ronnie trying to reclaim 5th place on the high side through the right-hander. Into the chicane, Ronnie slides back into 6th. And Yannick is there. Maynard did a little bit of a slide through there. It allowed Ronnie to close back up, but Maynard now has 0.6 of a second. But these three cars all now within 1.3 seconds of each other. Meanwhile, Harry has lost ground to Adam yet again. Adam's lead now 2.7 seconds. And Max Gunther is all over the back bumper of Harry Volsmir. Race really tightening up as we close in on pit stops. Adam's lead now 3 seconds over Harry. Max all over Harry's bumper. Now the question becomes, when do they come to pit road and do they have successful stops? Can gain a lot and lose a lot on pit road, especially at a track like Fuji. Top 3 staying out. Mike Doling just came out of the final turn. Looks like Mike Doling is going to stay out. Wimberly on the attack there. Oh! Yannick Gunther is the first in. Ronnie had a big run coming down the front straightaway. Can he capitalize on it through turn 1? Was not enough. Adam Barker continuing to grow his lead as he gets ready for his stop. Lead now over 3.5 seconds. He does not come in this time. Nor do second place Harry Volsmir and third place Max Gunther. Mike Doling is going to stay out now. What about Ronald and Ronnie? Looks like Ronald Maynard is going to head in. Ronnie Wimberly is going to follow him. Yannick Gunther has completed his stop. He is back in 7th. Can he pick up some ground on the two cars in front? Max continuing to attack on Harry Volsmir. Yannick Gunther with the pit stops has managed to go by and take 5th. Ronnie Wimberly is on his way out. Maynard now on his way out, but Ronnie comes out ahead. Mike Marshall has not been on pit road yet, currently running in 8th. Adam Barker is staying out. Harry stays out. Max Gunther is in. Mike Dolling also going to stay out here. Yannick Gunther obviously made that strategy work perfectly, stopping before the rest of the field. Has now got him up into the top 5. Max likely taking the same strategy as his brother. Ronnie Wimberly has had a problem. Ronnie comes into, oh, he way overshot the chicane. What a heartbreak that was. Ronnie had such a great run going this morning. That has moved him back into 9th place, and he is still stuck. Adam Barker bypasses pit road again, as does Harry Volsmir. George Cole, Ronald Maynard are both on pit road now, leaving only Mike Dolling and Mike Marshall to come in. Mike Dolling does not come to pit road. Will Mike Marshall this time? The top 3 still have not pitted. We know Nicole Kriesel stopped early on, and we question whether she would have the fuel. It looks like, based on what we're seeing from everybody else, I do believe Nicole will have enough fuel to go the distance. And with Ronald Maynard just coming off pit road, she is closing that gap. Adam Barker appears to be headed to pit road. Harry Volsmir is headed in. Mike Marshall is already in. Will Mike Dolling come in this time? Mike Dolling points that BMW towards pit road. Max Gunther is one of the first to on pit road, is now up to 4th. Can he get through these final corners and pick up some ground while the top 3 are on pit road? Remember, Max was battling hard with Harry Volsmir prior to the pit stops. Adam Barker is on his way out as Max comes down the front stretch. Harry Volsmir starts to roll off. Mike Dolling just now going up. Harry already off into turn one. Max now way behind. Mike Dolling goes down on the jacks as Yannick comes down the front straightaway. Mike Dolling on his way out. It's going to be close, but Yannick is going to take fourth. Mike Dolling now back to fifth. Mike Marshall in sixth. George Cole back in seventh. Ronald Maynard in eighth. Nicole Creasel now in ninth. Ronnie Wimberly out of the race. And what a heartbreak after an awesome, awesome run by Ronnie Wimberly. Please take a moment today. Go check out Quad Racing on Twitch and Facebook. Ronnie, truly an impressive individual. Harry Volsmir in second place. Almost 5 seconds behind the leader at the moment. Max Gunther in third, about 5.3 seconds behind Harry. Yannick's pit strategy really paid off, moving him up into fourth. Mike Dolling now in fifth. Mike Marshall now up to sixth. George Cole back to seventh. Ronald Maynard in eighth, and Nicole Creasel in ninth. Nicole is gaining ground on Ronald Maynard. Adam Barker starting to close in on sixth place. Mike Marshall to put him a lap down. We know that McLaren is faster on the straightaway than the Porsche. Oh no, the leader is around out of the final turn. Adam Barker spun and Harry Volsmir slips by and takes the lead. And what a change with 14 minutes left to go. Max Gunther on the attack in third. Now Harry has the lead. Let's take another look at what happened to Adam. Adam just comes out of that final turn. Oh, looks like he got that turtle there as he was carrying speed out. Went around, managed to keep it out of the wall. But what a heartbreak. Harry Volsmir now has a 5.8 second lead. Max in second has to deal with Adam Barker in third, all over his back bumper. Remember, Max won race number one with Adam finishing in second. Will Adam be able to find a way around the Porsche this time? Ronald Maynard has had a problem back behind. Ronald obviously already had some damage to the front of that Porsche. And oh! Yeah. I'm guessing his brakes broke. Harry's lead continues to grow over Max in second. Max has put about a second between him and Adam. Oh, Adam's loose again. With 2 podium finishes this morning, Adam likely has locked up the championship. But he really wanted to be the one to get that first McLaren win here this morning. However, as of right now, Harry Volsmir in lap traffic will likely pull this one off. And after the problems Harry had in race 1, it's great to see the comeback here in race 2. Mike Marshall moving over to let the leader by. Max Gunther in second has now extended his lead over third place Adam Barker. Looks like those tires may be about shot on Adam's car after that spin out of the final turn, as we have seen him sliding it a lot more since that spin. Yannick Gunther back in fourth is actually starting to make up ground on Adam, but 15.7 seconds back. It is unlikely he is going to catch up. Mike Dolling, however, in fifth is closing the gap on Yannick once again. Harry's lead now starting to shrink just a little bit as Max has cranked it up. Max getting a little bit of help in the draft from Mike Marshall. Mike scoots over and is going to let Max get by. Adam Barker in third, about 2.25 seconds back, just unable to make up any ground at this point. Mike Marshall has a great run going this morning, currently in sixth as Adam Barker goes by. George Cole up to 7th place, and Nicole, that's what she said, Creasel currently in 8th as she gets one of the turtles, but manages to hold on to the car. Consistency has just been the name of the game for Harry in race 2. Mike Marshall has had a problem back behind. A little wide through the turn on corner entry, a little too soon on the power. Pulls a 360 and does recover. Harry just keeping those laps consistent is allowing Max to close in just a little bit. Max now 4.9 seconds back. Adam Barker has had another problem. We've seen him slide. We have seen numerous cars slide it coming through there. Adam Barker, the latest victim. Adam still holds on to third, but now Yannick is really closing in, 4 seconds back behind. But Mike Doling now has caught up to Yannick. Lap traffic is coming into play here with these with this battle between Yannick and Mike Doling. Harry Volsmir, meanwhile, holds his 4.8 second lead over Max Gunther. Adam Barker, after that spin, in third place still, but now 17.5 seconds out of the lead. Yannick Gunther and Mike. Oh no! Yannick is around. Did he have help? They go off into the corner. Oh, Doling is a massive run in. Just clips him on the rear corner and sends him around. Mike Doling now up into fourth. Not enough time to catch Adam. 6.5 seconds ahead. Harry's lead still at 4.8 seconds. Yannick now back in fifth. George Cole in sixth. Mike Marshall in seventh. Nicole Kriesel in eighth. Harry working through the final laps, may see the white, or the final turns, may see the white flag this time. Adam Barker has had another problem in third place. Adam is, right in front of Mike Dolling, who has just fought his way forward all morning. Now they have a drag race down the front straightaway. It does look like the McLaren of Adam Barker has the advantage headed towards turn 1, but now the battle is on for third. Let's see what happened to Adam in that final turn. Adam sends it into the turn, just goes around on him. Looks like the back tires on that car maybe ate up. Volsmeer's lead still holding at about 4.7 seconds. White flag is in the air one more time around. And the battle is definitely on for third place. Harry just needs to make one more consistent lap. Same for Max. Adam Barker, meanwhile, will have a fight on his hands with Mike Dolling. Yannick Gunther currently in 5th place, and Mike Dolling. Oh, Mike Dolling slips by, overshoots, and Adam Barker reclaims 3rd. Harry Volsmeer, meanwhile, out front, just working his way into the final turns. Adam Barker holding off Dolling for the moment. Harry headed into the final turn with a big lead. And out of the final turn, Harry Volsmeer will pull off the win at Fuji. And he is showing he is happy. Max Gunther will come home in 2nd. Adam Barker still trying to fight off Mike Dolling in 3rd. Out of that final turn, Adam extra careful this time. And it looks like Adam will pull it off and come home in 3rd. Let's talk to our top 3, starting with Adam. Adam, that got a little close a few times this morning.
Yeah, just a little bit of a lapse in concentration. Just managed to was watching Mike and then ended up sideways, and then I went round, and after that the rear tires just didn't want to work anymore. So it was a really good race. Shame I just one mistake just absolutely killed the tires, and then I was just drifting around the track from there.
It was obvious the rear tires were gone, but that fight on the last lap to hold on to 3rd was pretty impressive, despite the bad rear tires.
Yeah, it was really delicate on the throttle there. Mike sent it on the first corner, and I knew I could get back underneath him. As long as I could keep the power down on the long right, then I knew I could have him on the rest of the track. But just getting home there was a real real effort in itself.
Well, it was a great effort, great job this morning, great comeback, and likely locked up the championship this morning, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Adam Barker comes home third, likely locking up the championship. Max Gunther comes home in second. Max, you couldn't sweep it this morning, but still 2 podium finishes. A great morning.
Yeah, it was a great race. Yeah, the McLarens are just really fast. Adam spun a little bit, I think twice or 3 times.
Yeah,
I think his
3 times.
back tires were totally gone in the end. So yeah.
It was interesting watching him, but man, you just never saw a problem out of you all morning long. Just consistent marching forward.
Yeah, but Harry still had the way faster lap times, I think.
Well, he definitely
He was really quick.
he definitely was, man. A great job though. Congratulations. A great great race all morning.
Thank you, Doug.
Max comes home in second, but Harry comes home with the first ever McLaren win. Harry, you pulled off the first win for a McLaren this morning.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it?
It is. And as I recall, you were the first person in the league to run the McLaren.
I don't know. That could be. I don't know. I like the car, so I take it when I can. But, well, didn't expect this one. But, well, it's welcome.
You definitely had a rough first race and still managed to fight back throughout. But that second race, once you got the lead, you were untouchable.
Oh, Adam was untouchable until he spun. And, well, and then his wheels were gone, so it was quite easy to stay ahead of Max.
Well, man, you did an amazing job this morning. Congratulations. A hard-fought, well-deserved win this morning, Harry.
Thank you, Doug.
Harry Volsmeer gets the win and the first win for a McLaren in NSS history. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to come back tonight, 7:30 Eastern. The BRR Cup Series is back. You're not going to want to miss that. Short track racing at Iowa. Hope you guys had fun. We will see you tonight. Have a great afternoon.